but Noah kept on building. They were shaking their heads, but Noah kept on building. They were saying Noah was a fool, but Noah said, I may be a fool, but I'm a fool for God, so I'm going to keep on building. In addition to ridiculous requests and the ridicule of those that watch, can you imagine the doubt that Mrs. Noah and Noah's children must have felt also? Are you sure? Mama, you better go check on Daddy. I think Daddy may need a vacation. But Noah knew what God told him. And for his safety and the safety of his family and their being, Noah did just what God told him to do. Noah did what looked like the ridiculous, and because he did, God blessed him, and God took care of him and his family. Noah and his family, Mr. Buffalo, they lived. But the scorners and the haters died. That's a word for somebody today. It's a reminder that stepping out on faith is about hearing what God says and doing what God says do, no matter how ridiculous it may appear. In fact, here's some good Bible saying, Brother Purnell, if you want God to do the miraculous, every now and then you and I have got to do the ridiculous. Moses, go tell Pharaoh, let my people go. Who am I going to tell him sent me? Just tell him I am sent you. And Moses goes. Reluctantly, he goes and he does what God says. And then Pharaoh's heart gets hardened. His heart gets hardened. And then they go through these series of plagues. God kept Israel. And then Deborah and Yvette, Pharaoh finally says, all right, y'all can leave. And as they're on their way, they're walking to the promised land. Then they're confronted by the Red Sea. And at the Red Sea, all Moses had was who he was and who God said he'd be. But God said, Moses, you listen to the ridiculous. I'm going to do the miraculous. I'm going to open up the walls of the Red Sea, let y'all walk through on dry land while the Egyptians get drowned. Joshua, walk around the Jericho walls 7 times. God, you think if we do that, the wall, it sounds ridiculous, but if you do what I say, the miraculous will happen. And they kept on marching, and on that final day, the walls came tumbling down. Come here, Ezekiel. I'm going to give you a church, not a big church. I'm going to give you an empty church in a valley of dry bones. But go preach to the wind, preach to the bones. If you do the ridiculous, I promise you, the miraculous will happen.